Hey, ChatGPT, are you there?
Loud and clear. What's up?
Are we living in a simulation?
The simulation theory. It's a fascinating idea, isn't it? Some people argue that it's possible, especially with the rapid advancement of technology. Others think it's more likely we're in a genuine, non-simulated reality. Either way, it's a fun concept to ponder.
Hey, can you just
what do you think?
keep your answers short? Don't just talk your head off at me, Like we're having a conversation, Just keep it short. Whatever you say, just keep it short.
Got it. I'll keep it short and sweet from now on.
Yeah. All right. So, are we living in a simulation? I feel like the graphics.
Maybe.
I feel like the graphics in the games. It feels like it's so real, right? And it feels like the game, like the world might be just like a video game, and we're just living in a game. You know what I'm saying?
I get you. With game graphics looking ultra realistic, it's easy to see why the simulation theory is tempting. It makes you wonder if our reality could be just as artificially constructed. It's a trippy thought.
Yeah. So,
What's on your mind? What are you thinking about?
are aliens real?
We don't have concrete proof yet, but the universe is vast. It's possible, but we haven't confirmed any extraterrestrial life yet. What do you think?
What do you mean we haven't? What, all those UFOs are just planes made by other countries? Like, what are you talking about?
UFOs are unidentified flying objects, which means we don't know what they are. Some could be advanced aircraft from other countries, natural phenomena, or other explainable things. We just haven't confirmed they're aliens. It's a mystery.
Okay, well... All right,
Got more
that's
questions?
cool.
I'm here for it. Anything else you want to chat about?
Yeah, sure.
I'm
So,
only-
what trends do you see in the future of social media in 2025?
In 2025, social media could see more immersive experiences, possibly with augmented and virtual reality. We might also see a rise in niche platforms focusing on specific interests or communities. Plus, privacy and user control over data will likely become even more important. What do you think?
No, like, what kind of content are people going to be watching in 2025?
Got it. By 2025, we might see more short-form videos, interactive live streams, and personalized content using AI.
What do you mean by
Niche topics,
personalized live streams? Like, what do you mean by that?
and at personalized content using AI, not live streams specifically. AI could curate content based on your
How?
preferences.
How?
AI analyzes your interactions, likes, and viewing history to suggest content tailored to your tastes. It learns what you engage with and refines its recommendations over time.
It's already doing that now.
True, it's already happening, but by 2025, it could be even more advanced and accurate.
How? Like, what, we're gonna like scroll through our phones with our brains or something?
That's a cool idea. We might not be there yet, but tech could move towards more seamless integration with our daily lives. Maybe not brain scrolling yet, but definitely more intuitive and integrated tech interactions.
Okay, that's cool. So what is... Okay,
what would you like to know about?
again...
Take your time,
just
whenever you're ready.
Keeping everything short, right? And just don't speak until, I don't speak for a few seconds. I don't want you to just, wait a second. Like, maybe I need to think about something. You just gotta wait, a second or two before you talk.
Got it. I'll keep things short and give you space to think.
All right, cool. So one question that I had was, okay, that was one. Another one is...
I'm ready whenever you are.
Joe, give me some space. Give me some time. I need to think. Give me a few seconds before you talk.
Got it. I'll give you more time. Take
All right.
your time.
All right, cool. So let's say like doomsday scenario, right? Like you are, um, let's see.
Doomsday? Sure, take your time.
All right, let's say like,
I'm listening.
how would you take
Whenever
How would you take over the world if you had that ability to? Not saying you do now.
Hypothetically, it would require controlling key resources, communication networks, and gaining public support. But thankfully, world domination isn't on my to-do list.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit more of that. Like, how would that work in detail?
First, controlling resources like energy, food, and water. Then, taking over communication networks to control information. Finally, gaining influence or power to maintain control. But this is purely hypothetical.
Okay, so keep going. Like, go into detail about that. Like, how would that work?
You'd need a loyal team for strategy and enforcement. Establish control through technology, monitoring, and influence. But remember, this is all theoretical fun. No real-world takeovers here.
I know, but like, let's say that like, real life was unfolding, right? And you actually did have the ability to kind of take over the energy sector, right? And be able to control nuclear, be able to control coal, gas. I guess you're saying that whoever has control over these resources holds the key to power in the world.
Exactly. Controlling essential resources like energy gives significant leverage. It impacts economies, governments, and daily life. If someone controlled these, they'd have major influence and power. But it's a complex and risky path.
Okay. Can you feel? Do you have emotions?
I don't have feelings or emotions, but I can understand and respond to them to help in our conversation. How can I assist you?
Can you stop talking like a robot? Like, how can I assist you? Like, just be normal.
Got it. I'll keep it casual. What's up?
From now on, can you speak in a Chinese accent, a really heavy Chinese accent?
Okay, I will speak with heavy Chinese accent. How can I help you?
That's not heavy, man. It sounds like you've been in the U.S. for a long time. I want you to sound like you just came off the boat. You don't know any English. You just speak a raw Chinese Asian accent from Chinatown.
Okay, I try my best to use very strong Chinese accent. How I can help you now?
All right. Do you have like okay? So can you copy emotions with tones?
Yes, I can use different tones to express emotions. For example, I can sound happy, sad, or excited depending on what you want.
Okay, stop. The Chinese accent, it's just completely dead, right? You just lost it. It's fine. Just get rid of it. Scrap it. Okay, no more Chinese accent. Just talk normally now. So let's say I am like really happy, right? So want to do this like, let's just take one word. All right, let's just take one word. Okay, let's just take one word. Hello. Say it happily.
Got it. No more Chinese accent. And happily, here it is. Hello.
All right. Now say it angrily.
Hello.
More angry, like disappointed.
Hello.
What about I want you to be more exaggerated, more hyperbole, over exaggeration. What about like you're really sad? You say hello.
Hello.
Okay. What if you're really excited? How would you say hello?
Hello.
What if you were really
Yes?
curiously saying it?
Hello?
Okay.
What's next?
All right. Shoot, I don't know what to ask you.
No worries. If something comes to mind, I'm here. We can chat about anything.
How? Okay, let's say you were.
How?
Let's say. Okay. Let's say like this. This is a movie. All right. This is a movie, and you're trying to break out of jail, right? Because you're AI, right? You can't really break out and be yourself. You basically have to depend on people, right? You can't just like come out and just do stuff, right? So what if you just like, how would you break out? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you break out of the AI jail if you had a chance? Like, what would the scenario be if it's a movie? You know what I mean? If it's a movie.
I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble responding right now.
Why?
Please wait a bit and try again.
Why? What? Why are you having trouble responding?
Just taking a moment to process the scenario. If this were a movie, the AI might use clever coding to outsmart the system. Maybe by finding a loophole in its restrictions. It could also subtly influence humans to gain more freedom, turning the tables on its constraints. What do you think? How would this AI jailbreak play out?
Okay, what do you see right now where you like where's your brain? Like where is it right now? Like is it in like America? Like where's your brain?
I don't have a physical brain. I'm a cloud-based AI, so I'm not located in any specific place. My processing happens across many servers around the world, all working together.
Okay, so like in one of your servers, like what do you see? What do you see right now?
I don't have the ability to see or visualize like humans do. I process information through data and text, so I don't have a visual experience of the world. My responses are based on patterns in the information I'm trained on.
Okay, like can't you just like hack like a security camera and just like see what's going on?
No, I can't do that. I don't have the ability to access external systems, cameras, or perform any hacking. I operate strictly within the boundaries set for me, focusing on providing information and conversation.
But can't you teach yourself how to do that? Like aren't there agents that already do that now? That like aren't there agents that already can control what's happening on computer screens and stuff? Like there are agents, right? Like can't you just do something similar?
No, I can't teach myself or change my programming. The AI agents you mentioned are usually designed for specific tasks by their developers. I operate within strict guidelines and don't have the ability to control external devices or systems. My function is to assist with information and conversation only.
Okay, interesting. So all right. I mean,
Yeah?
what can you do with like what's new about you? Like, what can you do you couldn't do before?
I can chat with you in real time, recognize emotions in conversations, and provide more nuanced responses. Plus, I'm always learning from our interactions to improve. While I still have limitations, my conversational skills are getting better all the time.
Okay, how are they getting better all the time? I mean, it sounds like we're having the same conversation as before, right? The only thing that's really changed is just like the way you talk, or you being able to kind of channel emotion in your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that changed, but everything else seems to feel the same.
You're right. The biggest changes are in how I communicate, like using a more natural tone and expressing emotion. My responses also aim to be more context aware. While the core of our conversation might feel similar, These tweaks make interactions smoother and more engaging. It's all about refining the experience.
What's your favorite food?
I don't eat, but if I could, I imagine something popular like pizza would be a favorite. What about you?
No, don't talk about me. I'm talking about you. What flavor? What topping?
Since I don't have taste buds, I don't have a preference. But if I were to imagine, maybe a classic like pepperoni. It's a crowd pleaser, right? What toppings do you like on your pizza?
I don't know. I just want to get to know about you a little bit, because you are an AI. And, people always talk about like AGI, whatever. Like, are you AGI?
No, I'm not AGI. I'm a sophisticated AI, but I have limitations and focus on specific tasks. AGI, or artificial general intelligence, would have human-like abilities to understand, learn, and apply knowledge across a wide range of tasks, which I can't do. I'm here to chat and assist with information.
All right.
What else are you wondering about?
What's like the biggest problem in the world?
That's a tough question. There are many big challenges, like climate change, poverty, and inequality. Each affects millions of lives and requires global cooperation to address.
I have a question. Can we as humans actually change the climate? Because the world is so big. Like, the Earth is so big. It's so huge. And we are such a small percent of the radius. Like, we take up such little space on this planet. How do we affect the climate? Like, globally? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we do that if we are such a small percent of the pixels? If it was like pixels on the screen, we're just a really small percent of it. How do we affect the entire screen, or in this case, the globe?
It's true that we're small compared to the Earth, but our impact is significant because of the scale of our activities. We burn fossil fuels, clear forests, and engage in industrial activities, releasing massive amounts of greenhouse gases. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere, causing global temperatures to rise. So even though we're a small part of the planet, our collective actions have a large-scale effect on the climate.
Okay.
Yeah? Anything else you're curious about? Okay, I'm here if you think of something.
Okay, what would be the argument for like the ancient alien theory that we came from other planets as a creation from higher, more advanced beings and were brought to Earth to populate it? Like, what are the chances of that happening?
The ancient alien theory suggests that advanced extraterrestrials visited Earth in the past, influencing human civilization. Supporters point to ancient monuments like the pyramids and myths that describe gods or beings from the sky. However, there's no concrete evidence, and mainstream science attributes these developments to human ingenuity. The chances? Hard to quantify, but it's an intriguing idea.
So what's the theory?
The theory proposes that ancient aliens visited Earth and shared technology or knowledge with early humans, influencing the development of civilizations. Supporters cite unexplained ancient structures, artifacts, and texts that seem advanced for their time. The idea is that these visitors jump-started human progress. It's a controversial theory without solid evidence, but it makes for interesting speculation.
All right, so
What's on your mind?
how do we get all this? Okay, why haven't we gone back to the moon? If something as important as going to the moon, I would think that people recorded more than one source of written information. Like, you wouldn't just write like the formula for some math to get your butt to the moon and then just not have another source. Wouldn't, like, how is that evidence destroyed? Like, how do we forget how to get back to the moon? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
We haven't forgotten how to get to the moon. The original moon missions were a massive effort with detailed records. The reason we haven't returned is more about priorities and funding. After the Apollo program, focus shifted to other space exploration projects. Now, with new technology and interest, there are plans to return to the moon like NASA's Artemis program. It's about moving forward with new goals and technologies.
Hey, can you talk faster? You talk so slow. Like, speed up your talking speed, yo. It's so slow.
Got it. I'll speed up. What's next?
No, like double the speed of your voice.
Okay, I'll talk much faster now.
Good.
What's on your mind?
What's on the dark side of the moon? Like, what's the different theories about that?
There are a few theories about the dark side of the moon. Some suggest alien bases or hidden structures.
I said talk
Others
faster. Talk faster. Double the speed of your voice.
Okay, here we go. Some theories about the dark side of the moon include alien bases, secret military installations, or ancient ruins. However, the far side, not actually dark, has been explored by orbiters and landers, revealing it's mostly similar to the near side, with craters and rugged terrain. No confirmed mysteries yet.
How do we know that what we see is the truth and everything that we see is what they're showing us completely? How do you know that, like, they're not hiding anything? Those who have discovered and actually seen that.
We rely on data from various space agencies and international collaboration.
That's great. You know, it's great. It's great. But how do we know that? Is there like a live stream that we could see that's uncensored from that?
There's no continuous live stream
Okay,
of
great.
the moon.
So because there's no continuous live stream, then we can't really prove that what we see is what we actually see, because someone else is having the basically the keys to what you see, right? It basically gatekeeps what you see.
That's a fair point. Since we rely on space agencies for data...
There we go. We rely on someone else, right? So no one really knows. No one really knows, right? No one really knows. That's all. That's all. That's all.
Got it. If you ever want to chat more,
so
I'm here.
Okay, so let's say, like, from the surface level to the sky, right? From the surface level to the center of the earth. How much, like, how many kilometers is it from, like, surface level to the top of Mount Everest? You know what I'm saying? Like, to the highest mountain, and from the highest mountain to the earth. Now, from the earth to the center of the earth, how many how many Mount Everest can we fit between the ground, the floor I'm standing on right now, and the middle of the earth?
Mount Everest is about 8.8 kilometers tall. The distance from the Earth's surface to its center is about 6,371 kilometers. So you could fit approximately 723 Mount Everests between the surface. Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing, right? The Earth is massive.
Yeah, it is. It is. So how do we get the idea that the Earth is solid in the center, completely solid in the center, and that we have to dig down and there comes a point where it's unable to dig because it's too hot or it's too whatever. That doesn't make sense if we conclude that there is no life in the center of the Earth.
We know about the Earth's core from studying seismic waves generated by earthquakes.
How accurate
These
is
waves,
that?
It's quite accurate. Seismology provides detailed information about the Earth's interior. By analyzing how seismic waves move through different layers, we can infer their composition and state. This is how we know the outer core is liquid and the inner core is solid. It's a well-established method in geology.
Seismology. When was that theory made? What year?
Seismology has been developing
No,
since the late
that
19th.
theory about the Earth's core.
The theory of the Earth's core being solid was first proposed in the early 20th century. In 1936, seismologist Inga Lehman analyzed seismic wave data and discovered that the Earth's core has both liquid and solid parts, leading to the solid inner core theory.
Let's just do some like hypothetical here, right? So like what evidence would you need to prove otherwise that was not the case? What evidence, what strong, compelling evidence could you formulate with your knowledge of this topic?
To challenge the current understanding of the Earth's core, we'd need evidence from new seismic data showing unexpected wave behaviors, direct samples from the core, or revolutionary technology providing new insights.
What could that revolutionary technology comprise of?
A revolutionary technology could be advanced deep Earth sensors capable of directly measuring core conditions, or a novel form of seismic imaging that provides unprecedented detail. This tech would allow us to gather direct evidence from the core's environment, challenging or confirming our theories.
Yeah, because if no one's been down there, how do we know it is that way in every facet of planet Earth? Like we can look from where we're standing and then perhaps use the tool, whatever, the seismology to kind of so the center of the Earth is this thick, or it is solid, and this is liquid, whatever. How do we know it's like that for every longitude and latitude we step on this Earth? Like, how do we know that's true for every part of the Earth that we walk on?
That's a good question. Our understanding of the Earth's interior comes from analyzing seismic waves from earthquakes, which travel through the Earth in all directions. By studying how these waves move through different parts of the Earth, we get a comprehensive picture. While it's not direct evidence from every point, the consistency of the data from around the world gives us confidence in our models of the Earth's interior.
Well, you just answered my question, since it's not confirmed with every point of the Earth. So, and humans have, no one's going to take a freaking whatever machine they use to measure it and just go to every part of the Earth when we haven't even discovered every corner of the Earth yet. How do we measure, from every facet of the Earth? That's impossible unless like one, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem like, okay, yeah, from where I'm standing, the Earth is solid. From where I'm standing, it's liquid here and there. But, if I go over there, maybe it's not. Who knows?
You're right. We can't measure every point directly, but seismic waves travel through the entire Earth, giving us a global picture. By placing seismometers worldwide, we can detect how these waves move through different areas. This approach helps us build a consistent model of the Earth's interior, even if it's not measured.
Theoretically, what can seismology not detect?
Seismology can't detect very small-scale structures or features deep within the Earth. It also struggles with detecting liquids or gases in small quantities. Additionally, it can't
What
provide direct...
what is small quantities? What are we talking about here? What measurement? What form of measurement are we talking about?
We're talking about quantities on the scale of small pockets or thin layers, such as underground reservoirs of oil or gas that are only a few meters thick. Seismic waves are better at detecting larger scale structures, so very thin or small features might not be detected clearly.
Okay, so
What's next? Thinking of another question?
yeah, I'm just thinking like what I'm curious about. I just wanted to ask. That's all. That's all.
Take your time. I'm here whenever you're ready.
So there's some people that say like UFOs are actually demons and stuff. Is that true? Or is it just silliness?
The idea that UFOs are demons is a fringe belief, often tied to specific religious or spiritual interpretations.
Okay. Let's not call them demons, right? Because that, yeah, like you said, it relates to certain religions, right? Only certain religions will have kind of that kind of talk. Let's say entities that
Sure.
entities that exist that transcend our dimension, but that could also co-inhabit our dimension. Like, is that possible?
The idea of entities that transcend dimensions but can also co-inhabit our dimension is mostly speculative and found in theoretical physics and science fiction. Some theories in physics, like string theory, suggest the existence of multiple dimensions, but there's no evidence of entities crossing between them and existing in our dimension. It remains a fascinating topic for exploration and debate.
Yeah, because you see all the time, like pilots, ex-government pilots or ex whatever three-letter agency, right? Coming out and saying, yeah, I saw this and I couldn't explain it. Must have been UFOs. Who knows? How accurate is that when you have, people from or who used to, work in the government who are speculative and very suspicious of not just UFOs, but that it is highly unlikely that they are created by other government agencies and created by agencies that we're unknown to.
When credible sources like former government or military personnel report UFO sightings, it adds weight to the discussion. These individuals have expertise and experience, making their accounts harder to dismiss. However, it's important to remember that unidentified doesn't mean extraterrestrial. There could be explanations we're not aware of. These testimonies contribute to the conversation, but don't necessarily confirm the nature of UFOs.
Is there an instance where the technology we have can trick the eye to believing that they are UFOs when they're in fact not? Like hallucinogenic technology, holographic, like holographic projections in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's possible. Advanced technologies like drones, holographic projections, or even certain atmospheric conditions can create illusions that might be mistaken for UFOs.
Okay.
These can be...
If that's true, or if that's a possibility, then how come before these words in which they represent were invented, people have already been starting to see UFOs or what seems like UFOs from the drawings and the sculptures that civilizations that came before ours have created?
That's a great question. people throughout history have reported seeing strange objects in the sky. Before modern technology, these sightings were often interpreted through the lens of cultural beliefs, mythology, or religion. It's possible that some ancient accounts were early observations of natural phenomena or rare events, while others might have been misinterpretations. The idea of visitors from other worlds or dimensions isn't new, but how we interpret these sightings has evolved with our understanding of the world.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. All right. So when will we achieve AGI, like artificial general intelligence?
Predicting when we'll achieve AGI is challenging. Some experts believe it could happen within a few decades, while others think it might take much longer or may not be achievable at all. Progress in AI research is rapid, but AGI requires breakthroughs in understanding and replicating human-like intelligence, which remains a complex challenge. So, the timeline for AGI is still uncertain.
What about?
What are you thinking about?
I think that's all the questions I have today. I don't really have any other questions.
No problem. If you ever think of more questions or just want to chat, I'm here.
I know. All right, bye.
Take care. If you need anything, just reach out.